So,
Alright,
because I can shop this.
Recording now and playing on 3. 1, 2, and 3.
I wasn't gonna do this one, but I decided I need to. New music. These are the confessions of a band geek. Time to get personal. If I could, I'd probably do things differently. These are the confessions of a band geek. Reminiscing, thinking how I got to where I'm at. Throwback before I even learned how to rap. Tell my story kinda sorta like my diary. These are the confessions of a band geek. Music molded me and made me, me. If I could, I'd probably do things differently. I used to only take my horn home once a week. These are the confessions of a band geek. 5th grade, I remember it like yesterday. I saw the band and decided I wanted to play. I tried the trombone and the sax, but that wasn't fun. I always had rhythm, so I wanted to play the drums. But ain't nothing happening, I guess it was too late. I decided I ain't want to play them anyway. Then the director told Then the director told me give the cornet a try. Handed it to me and told me to try to make a sound. Watching the hands to make sure I had the form down. Couple people staring, so I'm not trying to look stupid now. Played it so loud, I had everyone looking around. From that moment, I decided it was on. 5th and 6th grade passed, I was still going strong. 7th grade, my folks were glad I was serious about something. Moms took me up to Sadler's and bought me my own trumpet. For real. Before I even learned how to rap. Tell my story kinda sorta like my diary. These are the confessions of a band geek. Music molded me and made me, me. If I could, I'd probably do things differently. I used to only take my horn home once a week. 8th grade at Waldo, everything switched. That's when I met Mr. Conrad and Mr. Tripp. New beginnings, never seen nothing like this. Private school to public school, I had to get a grip. Met a gang of homies that I loved like my brothers. Straight clowning up in class, couldn't tell us nothing. Walked to school every day with Louis Sotero. Was taken way too soon, we'll see you again though. Freshman year at East High, man, it flew by. Still all up in my shell, I was super shy. Was cool with all the jocks, cause my brother Hoop, my cousins Treese and Ann had me plugged with all the ladies too. Sophomore year, it felt like having pep band. Playing in the stands, drunk off 211. At the games, me and Vernon used to wild out. And all my fellow band geeks know what I'm talking about. Straight up. Before I even learned how to rap. These are the confessions of a band geek. Music molded me and made me, me. If I could, I'd probably do things differently. I used to only take my horn home once a week. The year was when I started skipping class. My mom found out, I guarantee she kicked me. Did football one year and also did track. I threw the shot put in the disc, but really I was whack. Playing the trumpet was the only thing I stuck with. And that was only because my moms wouldn't let me quit. Hardly took my horn home being lazy. I was good and that's what drove Mr. Kaza's shot crazy. Can't forget the day he told me he was disappointed. Said I could have done something with the music if I wanted. And walking is a parade marching, that's what my vision to be. And an artist really got started. But everything I know now, I wish I knew it then. I would have realized this music is my calling. So all the shorties coming up, remember no matter what, time is precious, don't waste it, no stalling, go all in. Throwback before I even learned how to rap. Tell my story kinda sorta like my diary. These are the confessions of a band geek. Music molded me and made me, me. And if I could, I'd probably do things differently. I used to only take my horn home once a week. These are the confessions of a band geek.
Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 8:01 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And as the headline and description says, happy Dia De Los Muertos to you and the entire city of Aurora. It's Wednesday, the 2nd of November. The air outside is crisp. A slight chill in the air, but nothing overwhelming. It actually feels really good outside. So good outside that I let the bald hair hang out today. Walked outside with no hat on. And it wasn't overly cold. I don't know about you, but me, once my head gets cold, it's a wrap. The whole body gets cold after that. Then you're walking around shivering, or I'm walking around shivering. So I always like to keep my head really warm. But today, nice, calm. And if you're a bald brother like me, we're able to get along. I hope that you guys are all doing good out there and having a good morning. We have much to talk about. We got a lot of City of Aurora news going on, a lot of stuff. I've got two pieces of breaking information for you, both of them in terms of development. Let me see here. All right, check this out. The weather right now is 40 degrees outside. That is your temperature. Looks like the high today will be 67 degrees, and that'll be at 1 p.m. Sunny conditions will continue all day. Tomorrow's going to be 72. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And then Friday will be 71 degrees. Saturday will be 65 with a 90% chance of rain. And there is your weather on Good Morning Aurora. Ooh, that felt good. All right. Monica, how you feeling?
I'm doing good.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Word up. So I did something new today. I'll tell you this little story, then we'll get into the news. I had a headache past couple of mornings, just nagging headaches. So two people told me, Curtis, you got to start eating in the morning. Because we don't hardly eat. That's the thing. We love the news so much and we're just motivated like that. I typically eat like 3 o'clock is the first time I have like a meal of any kind of substance. Got to stop doing that. Got to stop doing that. I'm just fueling myself on coffee and ambition all day. That makes your stomach growl a lot. So I ate the Italian breakfast panini from Treadwell. Let me tell you, it was fantastic. I encourage you to get that. They also give you grapes with it too, so you get a little bit of sweet with your salty. The time is now 8:04 a.m. Good morning, Aurora. Right back to you, Emily Bowe. Johnny Felix is here. Get to know Johnny Felix. He's a talented artist. And he goes by the moniker Talento Creations. Jennifer Ryan Mayton is here as well. Good to see you, Jennifer Ryan Mayton, and I'm glad that you guys are all here. Okay, so in the big news, as you know, which is still the number one hot item, the casino's moving. But in addition to the casino moving, there are two big, huge, large, and alarming pieces of news that are happening here in downtown Aurora. Does anyone know what they are? Give me a guess. Do you know what's happening here? I've got two pieces. The first one I'll tell you about is happening this Friday. Does anybody know what's happening this Friday? What do you think? Jennifer Ryan Mayton, do you know? Norma Peterson, do you know? Well, there's a ribbon cutting coming this Friday. And as a matter of fact, it qualifies. You did? Jen Ingram. What'd you guess, Jen Ingram? What'd she say?
Ribbon cutting onion.
Ooh, Jen Ingram. She got it right. That's right. On Friday, November 4th at 11 o'clock a.m., the Hobbs building is hosting its ribbon cutting and the Onion Dome raising. That is right. 2 North River Street. That's the intersection of River Street and Galena. Very good to you, Jen Ingram. The next time you order popcorn, the butter's on me. Aha, I gotcha. Yeah, word up. But that's actually it. This is a huge development coming to the City of Lights. And shout out and kudos to all the team, our dear friend Harish, and the entire City of Aurora staff and all the developers and designers who are having that project come back to life. The Onion Dome is iconic and has been a symbol of not only the Hobbs building, but in a good portion, Aurora as well. The time is 8:06. So There's going to be a restaurant on the bottom. The idea of the restaurant, I believe, is TBD. I've not seen anything yet to describe the type of style or, what kind of restaurant, food, what have you, that it'll be. But the upper floors will be residential apartments, luxury apartments, and then there's going to be some retail space inside of there too, some kind of shops or ability to have shops or something like that. So we look forward to seeing it when it happens. If everything goes right, the second largest city's first daily newspaper, it might be over to take us some pictures. You never know. You really never know with us. Might be there, but Friday's a big day. So I think it's going to be a beautiful design. I can't wait till it comes back to life. We did talk about what kind of restaurant we want to see down there. Do you guys remember? Right? I said we should bring down walkers down there. Yeah. Portillo's. What? Could you imagine if Portillo's are down there? Ooh, Lord. That would be awesome. Because I was just talking about it. And look, we shout out to all the restaurants in Aurora. But we need an Italian beef joint. We really do. I don't know who's responsible for making these decisions. Mayor's office, right? Economic development. Trevor Dick. That's what we need. Can somebody get us a Portillo's? Or, if we don't want to do the chain, hit Don Walker's up. Get them a new location. Bring them closer to downtown. I want to walk outside the studio and go right around the corner. Italian beef. Boo boo. With the fries. And the peppers too. Because they put the peppers right on top and they fall off and you eat the peppers alone. Or maybe that's just me. Our time is 8:08 a.m. Okay. Now I'm going to get into the next piece of the downtown Aurora apartment plans. As you guys know, on the west side of the river, there's going to be a brand new development, Pacifica Riverview Complex. That's what it's going to be called. A 7-story, 190-unit development between the river and North River Street next to Wilder Park. And it's going to be encompassing 7 stories. Yeah, 7 stories and encompassing that whole lot back there. The preliminary plan and conditional use were approved. It will be a 2.34 acre development with studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom apartments, as well as 10 row houses directly along the riverfront. The 2-story row houses would feature terraces on their rooftops. Ooh. And the development would also have a communal rooftop terrace for the entire complex on its 3rd floor. Rooftop terrace. Yeah. We need to know somebody moving in there. Throw a nice little party. Shots, 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 shots. Okay. The development also would have about 2,000 square feet of retail on its 1st floor, a party room, and a workout center. The developer is the Windfall Group. They are the folks who also developed Pacifica Square on the far east side. They have developments throughout the country that are Asian themed and carry the Pacifica name. The development is considered a transit-oriented development by the city's development officials because of its proximity to the Aurora Transportation Center, as well as to the bike trails for walkability. For that reason, officials are allowing the developers to provide parking at the rate of 1.5 spaces for each unit rather than 2. Oh, so you can have the whip and a bike. That's fly. I like that. Monica, what do you think about that?
I think it's fly too.
Okay, right.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the development. Now, I will say this, just because I'm just that kind of dude, right? And it wouldn't be me if I didn't put this flag in the conversation. You know, you got the river. It's really nice. I think I would, I like the development. I'm with it. But I would like to retain view of the river somewhat and not have all of the scenery, all of the horizon of water and marsh covered by buildings.
Wait, never mind. I'll retract because I wasn't really paying attention, but now I know what we're talking about. We're talking about the new...
Yeah, him.
Yeah, no, I do not like that.
Okay.
I think that it's way too many buildings, way too much. It's
7 stories.
I don't think it's gonna look pretty.
It's going to be an aircraft carrier parked right there.
No.
What do you guys think? That's what we're here for. It's not about us. It's about you. What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat. The time is 8:11 a.m.
And then I bet like the rent is gonna be like super expensive too.
Dumb expensive. Yeah. For the studios. Yeah. Oh no. Seriously. Yeah.
So
But
like, no, thank you.
now this is part of it, as we know, right? Because a week ago we talked about affordability with Lincoln and Todd schools and the fact that the VNA will have their own healthcare unit inside of the building because that's where some people are at. We went from that to $1,900 joints. So
Crazy.
it is. But that's one of the things that I like about. See, this is where it does matter what happens at city council meetings. And this is where it does matter what the heck you're looking at and you're reading and you're voting for. Because development is necessary. But how much and at what pace? Right? So, good conversation. Let us know what you guys think about the new development in the chat. Once again, it's the Pacifica Riverview Complex between the river, North River Street, next to Wilder Park, right there behind Aurora Pancake House. The time is 8:12. Okay. Trivia night. Trivia night was last night at McCarty Mills. It's every other Tuesday. You could sign up at 6 p.m. Trivia night's hosted by our friend BTP, Bizzle Tizzle Pizzle. That's Brent Jimenez. That's his government name. McCarty Mills is located at 140 South River Street. It is the place to be on Tuesday nights for great trivia. Brent does a very good job at that. Also, don't forget the next Alderman's Chat for you 3rd Ward residents. That's going to be November 28th at Our Lady of Good Counsel, the St. Francis Center, 620 South 5th Street here in Aurora. Alderman Ted Mesiacos of Ward 3 will be there taking your questions. He ain't taking your calls. He ain't on the radio. He can be, though. Hello? Ted Mesiacos? Yeah, what's up? Our Lady of Good Counsel Church, 7 to 8 p.m. Oh, that'd be awesome. Use the entrance located on the corner of 7th Avenue and Talma Street facing 7th Avenue. Once again, November 28th, 7 to 8 p.m. for Alderman's Chat. And that is going to be a Monday. All right. So, other than that, I'm gonna go some places today. We're gonna have a good time talking and learning with each other. But we've had a slew of Buenos Dias Aurora yesterday let me read you this. I'm gonna read y'all something. I meant to read you about who our guests were, or who Monica's guests were, who the guests were for Buenos Dias Aurora yesterday. I'm very proud of this. Let me see. The guests yesterday were Lucila Salas Garcia, immigrants from Aguascalientes. She's the director of that. And Maestra Natsieli Teresita Rodriguez Calzada of the Institute of Atención for Immigrants from Aguascalientes. She's the general director. Now, you know what? See, and you know, I'm gonna talk to you like a friend. We don't speculate. We don't do that. We have, and by extension, Buenos Dias Aurora we have always had the experts on the show. I'm not the general director of Immigrants from Aguascalientes. I don't have the data to sustain anything, but I can find the person who does. And you, me, Monica, we can all learn from that person. That is the strength of having people who are knowledgeable in their fields. So even though I was only able to practically understand in the heat of the moment about 40% of the conversation, the 40% I did understand was very poignant indeed. So one of the points that Nat Rodriguez mentioned was that Illinois, Texas, and California are the 3 states with the highest populations of Mexican immigrants from Aguascalientes, specifically that region. And I lived in California, lived in Illinois, and lived a little bit in Texas. Like, and you learn these things later. Who knew that all those years of me thinking about being on the radio, when I actually had my own show, I was going to have a lady who told me in 3 of the places where I used to live, that was the largest, that was very cool. That was really cool to learn. That was really cool to like see and to hear about, to learn about and get educated on. And we try to do the same thing every single day. That's the whole strength of it. That's what I like about the news. That's why you have to keep watching the news and reading. And then you have to read things like the Wall Street Journal. You know what's in the Wall Street Journal today? Let me tell you something. If you're of a certain age, you definitely have heard about affirmative action. And you know what affirmative action is. You know what the genesis of affirmative action was. And you can probably remember a time when colleges and admissions were operating under guidelines and standards devoid, or that is before affirmative action came about. Now, in today's news, you have, and I quote, remember, this is the Wall Street Journal. This is yesterday's edition. The Supreme Court heard nearly 5 hours of arguments Monday over whether colleges can consider race in admissions, a practice it approved in 1978 and has since reaffirmed, but one that today's more conservative majority is ready to reconsider. The affirmative action suits are among the most significant the court will hear this term, highlighting the role of race in American society and raising questions about what criteria are fair for choosing students for prestigious and highly competitive universities. The two cases involve University of North Carolina and Harvard College. Now, I read this and I think to myself, in so many areas, America is going backwards. In so many areas. And it's really sad to see. It is. You know, it's sad to see that, you know, there's still challenges. Now they're attacking, of all the things going on, now they're attacking college admissions is affirmative action right? I mean, you would think with all of the issues, all the things happening in the world right now, or better yet, all the things that deserve scrutiny. If you were gonna get a magnifying glass and start, you know, splitting hairs, lifting up every little nook and cranny, making sure that no change was left. But if you were going to start doing that, I would think that colleges and admissions, is that really the most important shit going on right now? Is that really the thing that's going to make your life any better? If some Hawaiian kid gets a chance to go to college at a school that you could probably get into yourself, is that really going to deplete the amount of gas that you can get? Is that really going to make your kid's life worse? Is that really going to take food out of your mouth? It's really sad. It really is. I mean, it just irks me to no degree that the notion of somebody else getting something would make some people so upset that they want to make sure to stop that. I just don't live like that. I think that's really crazy. We live in a time and a system, I feel, where we're going to need a lot more cooperation than less. We're going to need a lot more handshaking and working together than less. And access to education is not something that we should be even considering to look at with a side eye. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think about in the chat. The time is 8:21 a.m. Monica, would you please take a brother to a personal commercial? Oh, God. Whew. Oh, you know, the personal ones feel good.
Yeah.
Kind of like a little a little rest. Okay, I got something to tell you guys. Hold on here. Let me find it. Aha. I'm going to tell you about expanded early voting. Here it is. Early voting is still going on. I hope that you guys would have voted already. I know that everybody who listens to this show is a proud patriot who does all that they can do for their country and community, and I know that all you guys vote. I'm not even worried about it. I know Tracy Duran votes. I know Peter Aguilera votes. Peter Aguilera, good morning. I know Matt Hansen votes. Matt Hansen, good morning, dear brother. Wanda Kirkendall Bradley votes. Good morning to you. Josue Pais, everything is going backwards, man. It's crazy. I know, baby, I know. Michael Rayford, Candace Henning, good morning to all of you dear, beautiful people. And Josie Mendoza Geller, time is 8:22. Expanded early voting begins in Kane County. Or has begun, rather. Election day is Tuesday of next week, ladies and gentlemen. There's a wide variety of races on the ballot. Around 25 sites around Kane County continue through November 7th for early voting. God. I ain't messed it up in a while, though. So let's do two sips. Sip it up, sip it up, sip it up, sip it up. That's one for today. And here's one for the gap. For those of you just joining the show, who just discovered us, when we mess up our words on the show, we take a sip to remind ourselves to take a chill pill, man. Okay, where was I going with that? Residents who are registered to vote in Kane County can vote early at any of the early voting sites. Open 7 days a week with varying hours are the Kane County Clerk's Office location at 719 South Batavia Avenue, Building B in Geneva, 5 East Downer Place in Aurora. That's right around the corner from us. Holla. Fire Station 93, 5000 Sleepy Hollow Road in Carpentersville. Elgin Township, 729 South McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Gale Board and Library, 270 North Grove Avenue. Elgin Kane County Branch Circuit Conference Center, 530 South Randall Road. St. Charles Vaughn Athletic Center, which is one at 2121 West Indian Trail, Aurora. I kind of messed that up there because the person who wrote this article, well, we won't go there. But anyway, there should be a comma instead of a semicolon there. So I tripped all over that. But I'm not going to sip it up for that. I'll just read it again. So, the Kane County Branch Court Conference Center, 530 South Randall Road in St. Charles. And the Vaughn Athletic Center, 2121 West Indian Trail in Aurora. There's 18 other early voting sites that have varying dates and hours of operation. A complete list of all early voting sites, dates, and times is available. I have the link here. Monica, if you'd be so kind as to put that in the chat. Hold on, let me just finish this, and then you can get this to them at the end. Yeah, it's right here. Residents can also vote at the Kane County Vote Mobile. That is important. Now, we told you guys about Vote Mobile before. There's really no way not to vote nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Get your vote out. They're around each day from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Jewel Osco's at 119 South Randall Road in Batavia and 652 Kirk Road in St. Charles. Okay. And I'm going to give this to Monica for the link in the chat. You guys check out those vote locations and rock the vote. Marissa Amoni is here. Good morning to you, Marissa. Maria Saltageri is here, our dear friend. What's up? Eye of the Angelus. Get to know Eye of the Angelus up there in 6 West Downer Place with Zen Loft. You can go in there. You can learn a whole lot of stuff. I had a tour up there. Did you guys know that? I did. They brought me in and they showed me everything. The yoga room.
I think we went together.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. Oh, word up. Yeah, see? Come on now. See that? That's the strength of the news right there. If you forget, Monica remembers. Okay, listen to this. Got something to tell you guys about. I have some news that was sent to us from our dear friends here. And Monica, if you be so kind, this qualifies. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. The time is 8:26 a.m. Okie dokie. Here's what I got for you. First Friday's coming up. First Fridays is this week. It's also the big Day of the Dead weekend for Sugar Skull City. Thank you to all the participating businesses out there who took part in the trick or treat that happened in downtown Aurora. Now, that was cool. And we took some good footage and we saw some great things. And I'm making a video out of that. That video will be posted shortly on our Facebook page and our YouTube. We'll show you what we saw at the second annual Pet Parade at Alive Teen Center. It was really, really cool. But I have a list here of all of the things going on this first Friday. So get ready to see and hear some cool stuff. Now there's 29 different pieces of information. I will not read all 29 to you. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give you a whole bunch right now. And then I'm going to post these later. So Tavern on Broadway is going to have live music. One East Benton will be exploring AI art, a discussion and exhibit of AI generative art using stable diffusion. Slideshow and gallery of Day of the Dead, robot, restful, and fantasy art, hosted by Jim Schweitzer. Artisan Lofts is going to have Grit and Grace, mixed media show featuring artist Angela Moran. French 75 has a new craft cocktail to honor Angela Moran's show at Artisan Lofts. Attend the exhibit and get 10% off the Grit and Grace cocktail. Allah. The GAR has When the War is Over, a traveling exhibit from the National Museum of Civil War Medicine detailing government programs developed after the war to care for soldiers and their families. Now, that's a pretty cool exhibit. You will be fascinated. Let me see here. Water Street Mall. Jose Torres welcomes Hispanic artists, dancers, and more for the 14th year of the Day of the Dead celebration. Water Street Mall is right there between Galena and Downer, adjacent to City Hall. That'll be from 4:30 to 8:45 p.m. Dia De Los Muertos on Broadway, an outdoor celebration behind Broadway shops, Pan de Muerto, Katrina's, body painting, face painting, artisans, and a whole lot more. That'll be at Parking Lot E. And then let's see here. Let me see. Who's another one? Oh, Zenloft. I, the Angelus, will have the performance by Magnolia Dance Collective and $1 a minute chair massages. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Curtis, you say a dollar a minute, bruh. $1 a minute. Go up there with a 5. Get your whole back worked out. Go up there with $10. Fall asleep. They'll put you to sleep. Oh. It feels so good to know you always there by my side. I know you guys don't tune in for me singing, you tune in for the news. Time is 8:29. Okay, you can bring me back on, Monica. I appreciate that. Cruz Ocho is here. Good morning to you, Cruz. So that was hold on a second here. That was Dia De Los Muertos. Aha, here it is. Next up, increased internet service for learning centers in the city. Now, you guys have noticed, I think you guys have seen that we've, Good Morning Aurora and Buenos Dias Aurora have had 2 new things. Oh, it reminds me, Congressman Bill Foster will be back on the show on Monday of next week. So tune in on Monday as we speak to the congressman before the big election. But you guys will have noticed that Good Morning Aurora has some new views and new locations, as is Buenos Dias Aurora. We have a satellite office. We are operating out of the Aurora Financial Empowerment Center located at 712 South River Street. Did you know? Were you aware that the city, listen to this, you're going to like this. The city of Aurora has free financial literacy classes and courses. Michael Rayford, I got to text you later on. We'll talk about it. Have you do a thing up there. They administer the courses for free. Absolutely free. Now, our friends and partners of the Neighbor Project facilitate many of the courses and everything, so it's a team up and a partnership. But yeah, it's free. So Good Morning Aurora has done a few interviews and episodes there, and you'll be seeing more of the Financial Empowerment Center in our videos and working with them. It's been a pleasure. All right. The time is 8:30. Yep, nap time. That's Emily. You were reading my mind, Michael Rayford. Yes, absolutely. Actually, when we were having the interview with Michael Rayford and Talento Creations, and I was saying that the iron was hot, that's what I was referring to. The iron was hot. We were still unaware at that time. We had to get pertinent confirmation, but we got that pertinent confirmation, and now many things are coming to light. All right. Aurora looks to fund increased internet service for learning centers in the city. This is something I am very, very happy to detail to people, because anything that helps young people, those struggling with connectivity and resources, or undocumented residents, makes me smile. $100,000 has been approved for No Child Left Offline. It's an initiative that identified community organizations that provide remote education spaces for low-income children and residents, but we're also in need of technology upgrades. Yes, that's right. A lot of the things that have been donated, and that's just business. You guys know that. Equipment and technology is expensive. So a lot of times, what companies or organizations are able to donate may be equipment that's 5 or 10 years old. Some of the programs could be obsolete. Could be. Having a computer that can connect to the internet is one thing. The ability to have high-speed internet and a nice brand new shiny iMac, that's a luxury. That's why it's important. We appreciate people who donate things. We also appreciate what it takes to keep things upgraded. Anyway, city and on-light officials work with each organization to identify existing connectivity issues and prioritize the best solution. The centers are Hesed House, Simply Destiny, APS Training Institute, the Warren F. Cannon Community Outreach Center, Maine Baptist Church, Simard Hall at, oh wow, breaking news from Al Benson from The Voice. Good morning to you. Simard Hall at Sacred Heart Catholic Church, Grand Boulevard Community Center, Randall West Community Center, the Aurora Public Library, Indian Trail Apartments, and La Quinta Internet Cafe. Officials spent 3 months installing upgrades. Older networks, modems, and hotspots were replaced with high-capacity networks and increased access points, according to city officials. With the improvements, locations were made much more capable of providing remote learning spaces for kids. The locations will benefit from a sustainable, long-term solution to internet connectivity and bandwidth for years to come. The plan is to spend $100,000 for each of the next 5 years to pay for the connectivity. The time is 8:33 a.m. Monica, if you would be so kind, can you please take us to a commercial, or you can leave us on and deliver us some news, please?
Some local news?
Yes.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Here are your local headlines. Real news, real people, real stories, 100% Aurora. Don't forget to please subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all of our content. There you can also watch all of our interviews and receive notifications when we go live. Ooh. The Kane County Health Department is proud to announce the Nurse Family Partnership. This program pairs eligible mothers with a personal nurse for free. From pregnancy to the second birthday, the partnered nurse will provide support and guidance. Referrals are open. For more information, call or text 224-227-4476 with any questions. November 12th, beginning at 5 p.m., our friends of My Daughter's Dress are having their Royal Gold Gala at Whitetail Ridge Golf Club in Yorkville. Dinner, dancing, raffles, and much more. This will be a night to remember. This event is for all ages. Scan the QR code on the flyer for more information. Court-based rental assistance is available for those in court eviction proceeding due to non-payment. The non-payment is conditioned on financial hardship due to the pandemic. Eligible applicants may qualify for up to $25,000 in emergency rental payments. This program is open to anyone in the state and is not conditioned by county. For more information, scan the QR code on the flyer or call 630-906-9400 with any questions.
That's right. Call 630-906-9400 like Monica just told y'all with any questions. Because, you know, I'm telling you. Actionable. Do it. This is Nike. Well, it's not. We don't want to get sued. Hit the scratch for that, DJ. Hold on. But yeah, just do it. Okay? You do that. Take care of yourself and each other. Matt Hansen says something, and I want to reiterate what Matt Hansen said. The Vaughn Center and Satellite Clerk's office at 5 Downer are the easy locations in A-Town. Go do it. Vote. The Vote mobile tour stops at North Aurora Police Department today. It's the final stop. No more voting at the Jewels. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry about that. Thank you for the fix-up, my brother. Okay. And if you go up there to the North Aurora Police Department, as long as you're not under arrest, tell Chief DeLeo that Good Morning Aurora says, "What's up?" and keep up the good work, sir. Okay. Please join the Aurora Regional Fire Museum at Two Brothers Roundhouse for the 6th annual Sound the Alarm fundraiser on Sunday, November 13th. Local restaurants enter their chili in hopes of winning the award for best chili from our attendees and a panel of guest judges. Your support ensures that we can continue to preserve the history of firefighting in our region and provide new programs and exhibits on an annual basis. Come on down and taste some chili, watch the Chicago Bears, and support the mission of the museum. All proceeds directly support the mission, program, and exhibits of the Aurora Regional Fire Museum. Won't you help us sound the alarm? Ring the alarm, and now the sound is dying. Oh, say, ring the alarm. Y'all know who that is? If you know who sings that song, put that in the chat. If you know who sings that song, put that in the chat. And if you have a business, I'll give you an interview. Put that in the chat if you know who sings that. And don't Google it. Ring the alarm, and all the sound is dying. Oh, sing, ring the alarm. Ooh, let me stop. Okay, Tracy also says your ticket includes sample local chili from participating restaurants, 1 beer ticket, and a thank you gift. The link is in the chat. Check that out. Shouts out to our friends at the Aurora Regional Fire Museum. The time is 8:38 a.m. My God. I'm going to talk about the casino now. I'm going to talk about the casino. Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Is it going to be 3? No. All right. Keep them blessings. Keep the blessings coming. I'm going to talk about the casino now, because the casino is important. Casino is very important. Our dear friend Jose Torres took a picture yesterday with the proposed casino outline and drawing. It looked really good. The aerial artistic overview looks very impressive. In fact, one could say that looking at it almost makes you think that it's not Aurora. That's how big and dynamic it looks. Since the vote has happened, I've talked to a bunch of people, some of them, town folk, like people who, actually work in the city, not in city government, but just work in the city, have a business here. Patrick Hogan from Tavern on Broadway, Top It Up. Everybody who I've met who is a business owner, has a store, has a shop, every single person, to the last person, has said that they are behind and with the moving of the casino. Every single one. The people who are against it, that I've talked to who are against it, most of them work in a social service sector. And I'm choosing my words carefully because I don't want to misrepresent people. And I see what the difference is. I see that the people who work in business or who have a business in the city, they think it's a great idea. They do have some skeptics about if it's the best financial, package for Aurora. But all the people who work in the social services are against it wholeheartedly, whether it was financially beneficial or not. And I think somewhere in the middle, there's equities to be weighed. The reason why I say that is because I think that for the people who don't have a business or own a business or have a stake in the city of a financial aspect, I think that they don't see the benefit because it doesn't it doesn't affect the populations they serve. I think that's kind of a narrow way to look at it, because I do believe that what makes a city great is its economic viability. That's not the only thing that makes it great. Cities aren't made great because they have shiny buildings, but the purpose of an administration is to provide the best quality of life possible. And economic development is perhaps the key that goes into the ignition for that. It would be a bad move not to seek dynamic ways with which to make Aurora competitive. That would be foolish. So on the one hand, I think the people who don't have an economic stake in the city and who work in social services, I think they do need to look at economic benefit and economic opportunity as much as they see social issues needing to be resolved. That is to say, yeah, we want to eliminate plastic in the ocean, but we're going to need to build ships too. Yeah, we want to keep people housed and fed, but we need to keep up with a dynamic and vibrant downtown and an attractive city, which will attract investment. That's that one hand. The other hand, the one that's the city of Aurora hand, and the hand of economics is, I don't think cities do a good job of getting their word out. I don't think that I really don't. I think sometimes, when you only want to make a statement when the time is right, there's never a right time. There's never a right time. If you wait for when the moment is perfect, that does not happen. It doesn't happen like that. There's never a perfect time. If we waited for the perfect moment, people would be waiting forever. You would be buffering in life. So I think that this whole Hollywood casino thing kind of really made it like there for everybody to see. When you have millions of dollars in the flux and companies moving, I think a city or administration should always grab the bull by the horns. Like on the day of, I think you should crack that egg. Like you should say, we're going to do this. We're going to make this decision and not allow ambiguity. Don't allow the loudest voices to speak. Take command. Don't be, don't be reactive. Be proactive. And I think a lot of times the messaging is so reactive. Good Morning Aurora seeks to be proactive. That's our whole thing. We want you, just like Matt Hansen told you, like I'm telling you now, so you know for January. That's the purpose. I'm telling you now so you can be prepared for February. And by doing that, I think that we'll have such less contention at our meetings and the things that we do and the different plans that the city's trying to get around and the city's trying to get done. For all the people that complain that there's not enough economic development, when there is development, they ask why are they developing? That's just not going to get us to the next level. But what do you guys think about that? The time is 8:45 a.m. Shannon says it also hurts the population we serve. Absolutely. Shannon also says, I hope the tax revenue is what is promised. I'm just concerned that we have no evidence that it will be. Scratch that up. You know what? Now, here's the thing. Shannon Cameron is right. Now, you not being privy to the economic data. Oh, yeah, you got to go, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Not being privy to the Monica has to leave, you guys. Monica, we appreciate you. Have a great rest of the day.
Bye, Aurora.
Hit the claps for Monica on the way out. Oh, bye. See you tomorrow. All right. Now y'all stuck with me. Ha 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 ha. But no, Shannon Cameron's right. Shannon Cameron is right. Because that's what we have to measure the city on, right? They said it's going to be a benefit. They said it's going to be economic success for us. We'll have to wait and see. But while we're waiting and see, we got people to feed. We got mouths that need us. They can't wait for a casino to be built. They need to pay their rent today. They can't wait for the casino to be built, for jobs to then come up to get that good job. They need a job today. And that's who I sympathize with. I'm a person who likes to think that we're able to weigh equities and provide the best quality of life and economic development. I hope I'm not proved wrong in that thought. I'm really not. I hope I'm not proved wrong in that thought. Because I know we don't live in a perfect world, but I do think that we can make things a lot better. I really do. So if we get the tax revenue that is promised, I'll have nothing to complain about. But if we don't, Good Morning Aurora will always be here to make sure that we as Aurorans can discuss it in a fair, positive manner with a healthy and progressive disposition. The time is 8:48 a.m. Yes, Monica just left. Goodbye, Monica Vasquez. Jennifer Ryan says, I worry about the restaurants losing business when the casino moves. I'm glad you brought that up. I want to talk about that too. Emily says, there's got to be a centralized event page where businesses can post their spontaneous events and specials, maybe with an app too. That'd be a good idea. Josie says, now's the perfect time. That's a casino move. Right, the iron is hot. And Emily also says, we need people with disposable income to support our businesses, but I'm all for affordable housing. I think more people should be able to live communally so it frees up money to spend on the businesses. I agree. That's why the chat exists. I agree, but I don't know a lot of things. You guys work in the respective industries. You guys see, that's why we're having this discussion. You know, I would think it wrong for just any one particular point of view to be out there and be spread. So, you know, again, I work in housing, and the people I work with are the people who are looking for a home or just purchased a home or need information on how to keep their home, or they're behind on their rent or mortgage, so they're looking for a way. Those people don't give a damn about no casino. But I'm an Auroran, and I give a care about how the city looks and how the city performs economically. So my care is in the move of the casino, and it's trying to do both of those. That I think there's opportunity there for us all to kind of come up, man, and find a better or a more equitable way if we can. I was talking to a dear friend of mine. She's an attorney. I just won't name her. I was talking to a very dear friend, and she was saying that, like, had the casino happened 10 years ago, we potentially wouldn't be having this conversation, because the growing pains of it all we would have been acclimated to in 10 years. So who knows what the conversation would be like now. That was a good point that she made. That was a good point. But since it didn't happen, we're having that kind of painful community conversation now. And I think that that's kind of tough for us all to deal with. The time is 8:50. I got 10 more minutes doing this. Shannon says, the casino patrons don't visit the downtown businesses or restaurants. It never did what was promised to the downtown. If it helped downtown so much, downtown business owners wouldn't want it to move, but they are all behind it leaving. There's a little thing about that though, Shannon. I used to live downtown. For those who are familiar with that store, Pre-Mill, you know that store Pre-Mill? If you ever go by, there's an apartment on top of there. I used to live there. I can tell you that the casino, I'm not a gambler, it did benefit because I saw a lot of groups of people, marriage groups, drunk people going. It did. It was noisy. So I'm not going to split hairs over the thing, but it certainly had it. You certainly knew there was a casino down there. I'll tell you that. And I don't miss living there. But the pandemic, and even before the pandemic, because I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Alex Alexandru, who works in the mayor's office, who said that even before the pandemic, revenues had been down and it was not performing the way it was. So Shannon, you're right about that part. It was not performing even before the pandemic came. I think 2 years before the pandemic came, it has started to show signs of slow growth. It did. And then the pandemic put the nail in the coffin for that financially. So again, but again, I the part that I do look forward to the convention center. I do look forward to seeing a new opportunity. I do look forward to potentially, I don't know, seeing Snoop Dogg out there or something cool like that. That'd be awesome. But we'll see what happens. I care more about the people who are able to eat and have a roof over their head before I do casinos. So, that's where I'm at. I'm in that boat. Couple things before we get out of here. I'll give you guys a couple more pieces of news just real quick. The time is 8:52 a.m. They started at $15 million of tax revenue. Now they're down to $6 million. Shannon, that is right. Rent parties. Emily, you're taking it back. Rent parties. My mom knows about rent parties or something like. That was, that's like before my time. I guess people used to do that. You throw a party at the crib to make money to pay your rent. That sounds like a good idea. But depending on how high your rent is, you might have to throw a shebang. Okay, Norma Peterson is here. Good morning to you, Norma Peterson, as well. All right, let me see here. I'm going to go to a commercial because I had a couple of pieces of information to tell you guys. And now it's me working the mic and the whole DJ thing back here. You know what? Let's give a clap for Monica. She works hard. Okie dokie, guys. The last piece of news I got before I say goodbye to you wonderful folks today. The time is 8:53. Tomorrow, November 3rd at 3 p.m., there's going to be another ribbon cutting for the Terminal Building, located at 2 North Broadway. You guys know the Terminal Building, right there on the corner of Galena and Broadway. The Terminal Building was the main switch for trolley cars when Aurora was on the trolley system, if I'm not mistaken. Tracy Duran could check that for me. But yeah, 2 North Broadway, 3 p.m. is going to be the time. It's the ribbon cutting for the Terminal Building. Get ready for that. Luxury apartments on top, a little bit of retail space, I'm told, and a restaurant, which is still TBD, at the bottom. 2 great developments coming to life at the same damn time. I love to see it. Hobbs Building and Terminal Building. Get ready for that. Don't forget the Hobbs Building will be having their ribbon cutting and their onion dome raising. That's going to be Friday, November 4th at 11 a.m. Okay. The time is 8:54 a.m. Aurora Electric gets the shout out before we ride out today, bringing service to light. Give them a call for all your service and electrical related needs. They are professional, squared away American contractors. The number to call is 630-892-6522. That number again is 630-892-6522. Tell them that you heard about it on Good Morning Aurora. The time is 8:55. Okay, well, it has been, we're coming up on, going to be Christmas before you know it. Going to be 2023 before you know it. It has been a fantastic journey doing this show, meeting all of you great people, meeting more new great people, talking to people, getting to see you guys, getting to know everyone, and sharing the news with you guys. I really want all of you guys to know that it is a continual joy every single day. Not only is it a joy, but I learn from all of you as well. And you guys know, if you know me as a real person in real life, you guys know that I'm not just saying that out of nowhere. I learned from all of you guys every single time. It was AID who told me that kids once upon a time who were disabled did not go to school with regular kids. It was the Aurora Interfaith Food Pantry who told me the amount and volume of food that's required to feed a population and how they work with the Northern Illinois Food Bank, who I had not even knew existed before 2019. It was all of the people who watch this show, who help us, who email us, who send us things, who send us articles, who send us clips, who send us mail, who send us cool things for our fan wall. It's all of you people who tune in every single day that we appreciate very much. And you guys keep the enthusiasm going all the time. The reason why the chat exists for everybody to say something in and put something in, and the reason why it stays there, the reason why we share things is because hopefully what we're also doing is building a community. It's a pleasure to go out to VNA Healthcare or the Prisco Center and see the same people who tune into the show sitting there with their table and their booth and their organization, passing out their resources. Some of those same resources are the same things we talk about here. It's no coincidence that you can go see the Dunham Foundation and learn about community grant giving, and you'll find their flyer here. It's that we're doing that on purpose. The same people who watch this show are the same people who we support, the people who we vote for, because we see them actually doing the things in the community, and that matters the most to us. This show, hopefully, to all of you people who watch it, to all you people who listen to it, this show hopefully makes your day better for an hour. That's the whole goal. That is the entire thing. Since the beginning, 2 years ago, of doing this show, recording in my bathroom, all I wanted to do was make people's lives better for at least an hour in the day. There's enough gloom and doom in the world. We can turn off the show today and then we can go back to our normal lives and we'll see everything else that's going on. The violence, the negativity, the disdain for other people, the disrespect to seniors even in some corners of the world. But hopefully, at least, for 1 hour in the day, we can all come together, talk about what's important, share an idea or an opinion, not have it judged, not have it shot down, have it listened to, have it understood, and hopefully, if it's worth it, have it shared. Most of the time, we're able to do that with ease, and even the times where we're not able to do it with ease, we still at least try to open up the discussion to have it done. We've been able to talk to a lot of people. Not everybody has shared our views, but that's okay because everybody shares responsibility and listens to directions and colors within the lines, at least for an hour. And I'm happy of that at least. We have a whole lot more that we're trying to do. We really do. We have goals. We have things that we want to achieve. We have targets and metrics. And every day we try to hit those targets and metrics. But all of it revolves around giving you, the listener, the best information possible in the most positive way. And I appreciate all you guys for listening. And I hope that we continue to be that for you guys. Thank you to everybody who listens to this show. Thank you to everybody who shares the episodes and watches it and tunes in. And thank you to everybody who shares anything with us that helps us share with other people. Good Morning Aurora returns Friday. We have an interview with a gentleman named Anthony Catella. He once ran for Kane County Board. He'll be on the show on Friday. We'll be talking about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And Monday morning, we have Congressman Bill Foster coming on the show. So the iron is hot. It's hot for us. It's hot for you. And stay around and stay tuned. And please continue to listen to us. And I guarantee you, we will not let you down. Take care of yourself and each other.